Hi Collective, welcome to the channel. I'm Crystal, Divine Psychic Medium, delivering messages to you from the higher realm. So welcome in everyone. Alright, so the energy today, for those of you that catch me in real time, is 913. Okay, but all the readings are timeless, know that. Anytime you're guided to them, right? It's to your level of understanding, awakening, right? Because you know certain things, you're a vibrational match frequency to them when you reach certain levels. And so, for a lot of you, I read from the 5 dimension and higher. It's like a lot of us have been preparing things for the next level, for the step up, the next level of evolution, right? So coming in alignment with this, you're definitely to a higher level consciousness. You're starting to think higher, outside. Like my son said something to me earlier, it brought it about, right? And I went to write it down, and I messed it up when I got back here, but there are higher forces that are at work here. Instead of higher, if you were to think of it as like beyond religion, like that's just a part of it, right? It's about you weren't able to receive certain things, right? When you're not to the level of understanding, like just look at how powerful religion and all of that is. And it's just like, that's what's kept you focused on one part of like evolution and basically like your future, right? Like when you really surrender and you get in the present moment, that's when you really start creating. Okay. When you're planning the future out, you're messing with the timeline, you're trying to create it a certain way when it's not in alignment. So all of the things that you're conditioned to think about and have a source of control is not really at work in your life. That's why it's like when you start blooming and opening up, right? Like the pineal gland, right? Like they've kept us controlled, only focusing on certain things. And because each of the children, this is where it was coming to my son, where it was putting it together for me, is it's showing me that, what is that beautiful saying too? It's like we're preparing the things for like our children, like the earth, the world is not ours, like it's our children's, because it's, they've been actually doing de-evolution, right, and controlling us more and more and more, and that's what all of these devices do. That's what time, calendar, all of those things constructed do. It's all to control. As time is but an illusion. Time does not work the way that they're teaching us that it does. It's a parallel universe. Once energy is created, it just amplifies more and more and more, and there's more realities. I was watching something today where somebody found what was it, something twin there, what was it that they're, why did I forget it, not galactic twin, like they're, anyway, I've been seeing a lot of, they're really trying to block this message with the thing, right, with the doppelgangers, like finding your real life and all of that. Why do you think that's becoming so much more of a thing? Because we're starting to merge these instead of having separation. See, in the reincarnation cycle, that's what I mean. That's why it's more and more in this. The star children now, I've always said this on my channel, are the ones from the very beginning. That's why we're reaching this reset, right? So it's really evolved souls are reincarnating at this time, at this rate. So it's realizing it's just different parallel universe versions of yourself, as we are all one. And just look at how it's all multiplied, right? Go all the way back to Adam and Eve and all of that, integrating all of these parts and these things. And that's why it's like a simulation in a way, because if you look at it as simulation, like you create something and then you show different alternate realities and different versions of how each of those things, those situations can play out, and it builds. Like look at it from like a flip book perspective, when you just have one version of it. Now put a whole bunch of different things that you create together, tie that book together, flip it. You know what I mean? It's all these different ones pulled apart, but when you put it back together, you integrate all of that stuff, kind of like how when you unplug from the matrix and you integrate these different energies and frequencies, you go through expansion and evolution, and you start to learn, right? And that's why it's so hard for like our elders at this time, because you know what I mean? It's easier, we get more advanced through the generations as we're learning more of these things, and it's that stubborn, that egoic, the egoic structure, control, strongholds, right, is fading away. And that's why the new age, the new belief systems, all of that is really the stuff from the very, very beginning, right? Before it was all pulled apart, separated, controlled. Why do you think we know all of this and we bring all of these teachings in and through? So anyway, we're starting to collaborate and come together. Like these cards I pulled out from the Shaman Dreams, right? Look, jeweled web, connectivity. Because we're connecting on these energetic frequencies, these waves, these different things. Like we have found a way to use that's what I mean. I love sharing this stuff. Like, well, we found a way to use our system against them, right? And just like the keywords, the activators, the codes, the light language that we've been doing, right? It's been connecting us, and we're strategically organized all over, right? But we're connecting, we're anchoring in this energy for the new earth, right? And I was going to say, I've been seeing a lot of people posting, like, if this reading finds you now, like your destiny. And I know a lot of you, it's kind of like you could feel as though, why is this all of a sudden appearing everywhere? Like all this golden timeline, and everybody's not seeing it. And I've been telling everybody, in the way I've been perceiving it, is it's like you've been seeing the life review. You're seeing towers fall down, things change, cycles, because you're processing things and changing things and evolution at such a high rate, because it is rapid in expansion. This goes along with the Lion Stargate, the activations, the levels, the frequency. That's why we're feeling all of this hyped energy. Right? That's why some of us, you could be getting slowed down by spirit, having different things, control things. Like I had to work with spirit a long time ago to like shut down my third eye, because I was seeing too much and I was doing too much in other realms when I would lay down, you know what I mean? That had too much going on. So, but there's this thing about getting things back online, getting new skill sets and abilities. The fortune wheel's here. You're being aligned with your destiny. And for a lot of you, it's like you did need help. I was getting that earlier in meditation when I was walking, is that like for some of you, like you need to realize like there was always going to be like a time, like everything is in divine timing, and certain, like your blueprint, your life is created by like energetic like levels and frequencies, right? And so it's like when you reach certain levels and frequency, you activate certain things on your life path, certain soulmates, certain things like that. So for some of you, like that's why you're witnessing these things, these new levels, these new contracts. For some of you, there's switchings of contracts too. I've been talking about that forever over here on my channel too, my collective readings, right? About some that so much has been done, karma has to be paid. Some have lost their contracts. There's been new contracts, and I keep seeing the contract card here. Yeah, here it is, the covenant, sacred contract. So for some of you, like divine has ordered a new sacred contract for you. So some of you, your people are getting like these new contracts are coming in. I've been getting a lot of switch. It's like things have been switching up. My words have been switching up. Like enough is enough. It's cute. One of my girls, she was, her reading is so direct. It was so beautiful. It was like you have about 1 week to like let this person go, or like divine's like ending things. Like for some of you, it's like these energies just cannot be together. Too much has been exposed. Like radical acceptance is here too. Beloved, overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. See, there's this galactic mushroom, the divine matrix, mindful thinking, group thinking, because it's like as we're connecting, it's sometimes it's like some things, like if you can't handle it, like your family handles it for you, right? Yeah. And it's like, look at this, netcaster preparations coming to fruition, because it's like for some of you, you have a vision, you have something you want to do, but you've had all these blocks and things like that. It's kind of like divine source, they know what's better for you. So for some of you, like you can't see your way out of the, like maybe you could, but it'd take you a lot longer. But look, lost compass is like, so anytime you ask for help, like your star family, your soul group, like they're coming in, right? And I feel that that's what's happened, because there's been, wow, this just started auto playing. It took off my frequency. Your spirit showed up while they were, okay, I don't know, I'm gonna take that as no. I'm gonna go back. There's these distractions too. They don't want me whenever there's disruptors, right? To me, there's been a lot of disruptors, distraction, like drifter, experiencing life as it comes. Like, look at this, dust devil moving out of stagnation, like all of that. Like, and I'm getting like white noise. I was getting you always know these disruptors that just cause chaos. They don't want things to be calm. They don't want the divine to come in, right? That's why I say there's much higher levels, higher forces at work here than beyond just the elites, right? That's what I mean. Like when they're always pushing all of this, you know, like the religion, the laws, the control, all of that. When you come out of it and like look at it from a higher level, higher perspective, like what it's all doing and everything, what is the driving force, who's control, you know what I mean? And you start to take it apart more. You start to see that you're just looking at it from like and it's also where they're focusing your attention and your time. That's why they keep so much going on with electronics devices and all of those different things, right? All right, so dream thief, refusal of the call, compassion and forgiveness is coming out, repairing the veil. It's like for some of you too, with this life review that I've been saying, where it's been showing you all of these things, it's bringing them up for you to let them go. And kind of like when you hear that we get tests, these are those times. Because if you can't let go of things, then you are refusing the call. You're refusing to come to this, you know, this forgiveness, this version of love. You're not ready yet. You got to cycle back around again and realize why you had to go through something. You know, that you're holding on to that energy. You're letting it create that conflict, that chaos, where you're not to that vibration of love. Because that's what it's all about, heart home, and about having that compassion. Till you get this purest heart, right? You're going to keep bringing something. So, look, magician, so confidence in your magic. Sky bridge, possibility for union. So for a lot of you, like, you're seeing where you can go and where you're at. And so for a lot of you, like, wow, that this is a very beautiful time juncture. Like, you have the control, the power, the magician, the mirror, and the eye of the needle. So you just have to really focus on what it is you want to create and block out all the disruptors, the distraction, all the chaos, all the things that are trying to get you in your emotions and your feelings and get you unstable, right? Causing you to, you know, the dream thief, taking like you weigh your highest timeline. That's something I've always done, and I've been doing for a while. Not always done, but lately it's been highest timeline. Like, that's what I have been focusing on, my highest timeline. And even though I ran into so many things, I still go right back to it. And this is like, so for some of you, like, you're getting ready to like reach these like quantum level jump. Like, you could be closing out and going through like multiple different cleansings, healings. There's like a lot that you're integrating, healing, and letting go and releasing at this time. This new stuff, and it's like for some of you, like you get to create something. Like for some of you, like you've already completed everything. Like you, like beyond your time, are like, you're like early. Okay, there's a lot of people that are catching up, right? Or I'm getting soul recovery mission for some of you. It's like anytime like you recover souls and stuff, like, you know, you get to write something, right? You found a lost soul, you flipped a soul brought to light, like it's beautiful. Now you get to create something. It's like you get control, you get a key to create an alternate timeline for yourself, and you can go there. Like, that's like, if you understand that, that's like, you don't have to go down, there's not something that's going to be created off of your internal self, something that you have to experience, something that you have to go through, right, for integration. Wow. They're showing me just a lot of like, for a lot of you, like completion, and like you completed the entire like experience. So now you get to create what you want. And you're just here to welcome to the end game. Wow. my goodness. See, and it's like the ones that aren't ready yet, like you don't realize by you living your everything, they get to, you know, it's all part of the process. Like everybody gets to do the work. Look, just gestation period. This is what I feel like you feel this way or you've been fighting it. Feel this energy like your whole world's about to change. And that's what everybody's picking up on. It's because the energy's here for this. Watch. Just watch it all. That's what I mean. Like, oh my gosh. But see how you had to be ready for that? So it's like when we got these beautiful rewards that we wouldn't let people steal our joy, steal our dreams from us. You know what I mean? Like, that's why divine knows. So for a lot of you, it's just you holding back. You weren't ready yet. That's what I mean. Some get hung up on these contracts like fallen angel. You get fallen or spiritual narcolepsy. It's where you're disconnected. It's when you finally let go of all of that resourcefulness. Orange cactus. Look, netcaster again. Preparations come to fruition. Like this is where you are. Like when you know that you're connected with the divine realms, right? It's when you have to disconnect from these. Okay. That's why the black sheep, right? The ones that, you know, a lot of times we're forced out where we don't have these connections, where we go within. That's why. Okay. That's why we the new leaders, baby. And this world's falling apart. Look, cosmic womb. Wow, the divine feminine. Wow. This is the energy of today, as I've been talking about. This is the first Friday, 13th. 13th is a very beautiful number. It has to do with cycles. Oh my goodness. See, you should check out my Facebook if you have not. I've got the link below because I share a lot of stuff, right? Because my guides, we work a lot with spiritual technology, right? So I get a lot of stuff through my healing groups. I'm in so many different types of stuff. It's my way to get my... see it. It's 13 is actually associated with the divine and is said to bring good luck and prosperity to those who embrace it. A beautiful day to worship the divine feminine. So I'm going to be doing some divine feminine. And it's just, what's the other one? Oh, I don't know. But anyways, and you know about cosmic events because I always am getting into like in a lot of my astrology groups and stuff. So I know like when a lot of the transits, a lot of the different energies are starting to come in, the different alignments and things like that, because it's a lot to just keep up. You know what I mean? So like there's technology can be used, but just in good ways in moderation. So don't get that twisted when I talk about things like, I know people are like, get away from electronic and all of that, and then you're streaming them on an electronic device. It's one of those things like just like at a seminar or whatever, having to be like, yeah, you need to get outdoors, get all that fresh air, but you're having it inside like a convention center and things like that. But you see what I mean? Like you have to take that. You have to understand because of like the world of all those things, right? It's just. Anyways, Moon Maiden, new beginnings. The courage to step into life, perfect storm. Like for some of you, you're realizing that the perfect storm is one you create. Like instead of waiting for the tower, this is you knocking the towers down, but not just doing one, like all of them. Like, you know, finally what I've realized too is like, I'm so tired of like not being a part of myself and people finding it out and then finding out it's weird or, you know, like me like not exposing a part of myself. Instead of when you do that, that blocks you from being able to connect with those that aren't like you. So when you just start being true and authentic in your own energy, you start to align with others just like that, and then you basically see the shift. And that's what is really bringing in these higher levels, because really that's a higher level when you get more and more control over your emotional state and you're releasing the ego, which is what's attached to fear and presence and really everything that you experience, right? To the level of comfortability, right? And the wounds, the shadow work, like the healing is facing those things, facing the fears. Like the fastest way to go through things is to really like put yourself in positions where you're forced to get out. Like I've done that a lot, right? Where down to the final days and stuff, or because it's like taking the jump, the leap of faith, right? How it just works out. Like I just heard somebody say something about like what was it saying, like burn the bridges, not burn the bridges, burn the boats, because burning the boats, when they would the story was telling us, when they would arrive like on an island, if they would burn the boats, they'd know that they had to win the fight, right? That there was no going back home. So yeah, like burning the bridge, like ending lifelines and connections, not going back. You know, by doing that, they don't have access to you, right? And you know it's not going to be a timeline that you're going to experience again, right? Or it's like you're jumping on a ship, or like dragon sword, protecting the future, skywriting the fates. Wow. Look at this beautiful blue energy too. This dreamy energy. Like these dream timelines like are coming in. Like wow. Look at this. They're bringing them in. Mindful groupthink. Yes. This is so beautiful. Moving out of stagnation. Like yeah. There's so many cards. Oh my goodness. I don't know how deep I want to go with this. I'm going to stop. Okay. Anyways, if you like this is the shaman dreams. When I do these, because they'd be very powerful, I might just label them certain ways. Look at this, the obstacle, the wall. That's why a lot of times obstacles and challenges, like they teach you your strength, right? And you get your empowerment, and you get your confidence. Like I'm so much more confident with myself, especially after everything I've endured the past 3 years. Like without those experiences, I definitely wouldn't have this confidence level, right? Like when I look back at 3 years ago, I was like, oh my gosh. Like I even look at it like I've had things too easy. Like, nope, I needed to experience things to like wake me up. And it's just like when you get your karma and things, you're just like, wow, damn. That happened because of this, you know, like, wow. You know, just like when you learn these things, like, wow, my reaction caused that. Like, you know, like accepting that, that's the shadow work too. Some of you are starting to accept like, wow, yeah, I put myself in that situation. It's not going to be a pity story, right? It's going to be an empowerment story. I'm going to talk about how I got myself out of that situation. And that's something that I've learned in this journey. Like I help people by healing, by showing how I've healed, right? It's not your responsibility to heal others. They heal them by seeing how you healed you. You know, you have to heal you. You're in that situation for a reason, right? You have to heal you. So stop. The person that saves you is you. You need to get yourself out of that, whatever it is you're putting yourself in. Tell your story different. Tell it as an empowering story. Okay. Change it. The universe is your partner. Co-create. It's time where you're co-creating. So telling a different story, right? This triumph story, right? For some of you, this is aligning with others and getting this up, because there's some of you like you know, and just aligning with me, like I'm helping awaken things for you, right? And so definitely watch whatever you feel guided to. That's why I say all my readings are timeless, as I'm a quantum shamanic healer. There's a lot of healings that go together, and out my readings, to the series of cards, to the music, to the frequencies, to the colors, to just the different intentions and energies that I do. So definitely subscribe if you have not. You came across for this energetic frequency, you know, and not every reading might not resonate, right? Because it's different levels. And so you'll know, like when you're not vibing with something, you're not. But if you want to be, then you can create it. Some of you need to be careful. You constantly get distracted and you fall into this ball in narcolepsy and you create things for yourself. That's why I say sometimes, like, you got to just detach. Like, if you keep looking in the cards of tarot for, like, your love reading and your guidance, like, you need to get out of it, right? And sit with yourself. What are you experiencing right now? What do you feel right now? Do you feel like your lover's cheating on you? Do you really feel that way? Or are you being told that? You know what I mean? Or do you know? Or are you reading? Or are you getting the guidance like everything's fine? Yeah, they're your perfect lover, but then you're sitting back like the fuck they just did. You know what I mean? Like you need to sit with yourself, right? There's a lot of disruptors I've noticed within the spiritual community because they drive for attention, so they put the outlandish stuff out there because it draws in attention and views. And do you know how much energy you put out when you're angry? It's a lot more than just, it's a wrong type of energy, I'm gonna tell you what. But if they want to invoke that energy for their power and control and youthfulness, they think, well, they're gonna get exactly what they've been asking for. They're not getting this beautiful energy. So trust these beautiful, right? And especially when you get guided to like a smaller community and group, things like that, it's much more on a higher level. And some of you could be starting to realize that it's not all about what your entire perception is about to change for some of you. Like, this is so exciting. It's like, turn around. They're playing that song, but they brought me to that first in the song. So it's two different messages. There's that song, but then there's that for some of you. You just got to turn around. Like, like that's what it's like. This parallel reality, right? It's like what? Some of you are literally being taken and like put on it. Okay? So that's when it's like things could come in and move so fast. Have you ever had people just pulled out and things move so fast? And you're just like, wow. And then, but it's going to be this change. All right. That's the reading I had for you. Love and light to all of you. Definitely watch whatever you feel guided to. But, you know, a lot of times I say there's always like at least 2 other readings that you can watch because I try to upload in 3. So the vibrational frequency, the energy that I have, it's going to be in 2 other additional readings. I'm going to work better at like linking them. But for some of you, like it could get really personal. So if you feel that's not something that you did experience, you want to experience, right, then don't create it as one that you will experience. Don't claim that energy. And be careful. Be mindful of anything that you watch. Right? Like, be careful, like, the things you laugh about, too. Damn. You don't realize the trickery with that. You laugh at something, but you're experiencing that emotion, and then if you like it, then the universe is going to try to give you more of that. Oh, damn. Did I just reveal another big thing of mass control? Okay. I'm going to go. Bye, guys.